You might know me better as Azigarami. Most likely know me from Instagram or other social media platforms. I like triangle chokes, rear naked chokes. This was so much fun to me.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm really excited to invite a guest. So this is the first episode as BJJ interview. Right. Thanks for coming, Azmat.
So happy to be here. Thank you for having me here. Really appreciate it.
Thanks. Okay, the first thing first, can you please introduce yourself for viewers?
Yeah. So my actual name is Azamat, but you might know me better as Azigarami. I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner from the Netherlands. At the moment, I'm a purple belt. I've been training martial arts since 2014. You might most likely know me from Instagram or other social media platforms where I share my techniques. And I've been using my social media to develop myself a reputation in jiu-jitsu, to create opportunities for myself. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past year. And it's also the reason why why I'm here right now in London with Yoshi. Thank you so much for having me. Welcome at your gym. So really happy to be here and really happy to see what the future brings for me. Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely, I'm just wondering, he's the next generation of jiu-jitsu guy. It's just not only competing a lot as much as possible, but he's been known well on internet, right? Yeah. So in jiu-jitsu, you're still purple belt, but we cannot compare to normal purple belt.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm training at places where they don't know my belt, and then I roll with some higher belts, brown or black, and then they ask me, are you a brown belt, black belt? And I always smile. No, I say I'm a purple belt. Partly the reason for this is because during COVID we didn't get promoted. So I was a blue belt and I was supposed to get a purple belt earlier, and I got it a bit later. So I have more experience than my belt would suggest. But otherwise it's also because I pretty much train every day and I'm really competitive. So belt doesn't say anything, I believe, and no, it definitely doesn't. So it gives you some indication, but it's not everything. So yeah.
Especially top players, when they're colored belt, they'll be already like way better than most of brown black belt.
Yeah.
Like Miao brothers.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when they show up, they even said that black belt cannot pass their guard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also like when I was in Tokyo, like Craig Jones, they came to Carpe Diem Aoyama. Okay. When he was a purple belt.
When he was a purple? Yes. That was long ago, I think.
But I was just surprised that like in the first round, after shake hand, he choked me in 20 seconds.
Wow.
Then I felt that, oh, he's not a normal person.
Yeah, he's not a normal person for sure. Craig is a...
Now he's top of the world.
Yeah, I have never met Craig personally, but he's a very interesting guy, very funny guy on social media. I always enjoy watching his videos.
Yeah, I really like him as well.
Great marketing. He's a very, very funny guy and a good jiu-jitsu competitor, 100%.
Yes. Yeah. Also, can you tell me about your martial arts history? Like you studied from jiu-jitsu, or you've trained jiu-jitsu or any other martial arts before?
For sure, yeah. So I think it's good to know I'm from Chechnya, and we have like a martial arts culture in my country. So kids go to boxing, judo, wrestling is really popular. So we do this from a young age. My dad was a big judo competitor, and from a young age he taught me judo, and I was training judo. I did this for a few years when I was very young. After that, I kind of some personal things in my life, so I didn't do martial arts at all until 2014. And I was always interested in fighting because I was always in that culture, kind of. But 2014, I was 21 years old and I started to train mixed martial arts. So MMA was my focus, and I would do grappling, I would do kickboxing, boxing, any type of martial art just to focus on MMA. I did that for a while, but I noticed that I prefer grappling. I like the wrestling, the grappling part of it. So since 2019, exactly, end of 2019, I just started to focus on the grappling, the jiu-jitsu aspect. And that's when I noticed that my skills and my game improved really quick. So for the last 3 years, basically.
Last 3 years?
Yeah.
So what's happened to you? Why did you switch to grappling from MMA? Well, you have lots of martial arts background. Yeah. So what was the difference?
Good question. So when I was doing MMA, I quickly noticed I always want to take people down. I want to go to the mat. I want to do some submissions. And when I was doing kickboxing and boxing alone, I wasn't having as much fun. I noticed I enjoy myself, and I was better because I enjoy myself when I do grappling. I like triangle chokes, rear naked chokes. This was so much fun to me. And then I was like, okay, I can do MMA, but why? If I don't enjoy it, I should just do what I love. And when I actually made this decision, which I already knew a long time, I made the decision. I thought, okay, we'll just do jiu-jitsu, we'll just do grappling. And that's why I can stay so consistent, because I love this, yeah.
So it's no reason you're not happy with punch someone's face?
No, that's not
Some people say that. That's the reason they don't like striking?
More like I don't like to get punched in the face.
That makes sense.
That's more of a reason, yeah.
You like to punch, but you don't like to get punched.
Yeah, I don't like to get punched. I don't like low kicks, any type of...
That's miserable.
Yeah, when people low kick me, somehow I have very bad tolerance. When they low kick me, it hurts, man. I cannot take too many, like 3, 4, and then I'm done. So, yeah, wrestling and jiu-jitsu is better for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
For sure, for sure.
Also, people may be wondering that why, last year, since then, you've been showing a lot on Instagram and anywhere else.
Yeah.
So what would happen for you?
Yeah. So why I exploded on Instagram basically?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's interesting because I've been knowing for 3 years I love this sport. I want to do something with the sport, and I started in September with my Instagram, and leading up to
last year,
2021, very recently. So it's less than a year now, almost a year, and I wanted to do something with this, and I watch a lot of podcasts. I'm on social media a lot, and there are these people like maybe you know him, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. Other people too, and they were always talking about making your passion your living. And I was like, this always interests me. I get a nice feeling when I hear this. Like, yeah, I would love to do it. So I read this book by Gary V. It's called, man, I'm gonna forget the name right now. Crush It. Crush It is the name, indeed. Crush It. I read this book. It's a small book, and I got really inspired from this. And it's an old book, 2011, but it has a lot of good knowledge even for 2022. And then I started posting a lot, and I was doing this every day, because he said you have to be consistent every day. If you love it, you have to do it every day. So I was doing this every day. And then 2 months, nothing happened. Like some bit followers, nothing much. And then after that, I exploded really quick.
Okay.
And I think it's because if you do something consistent, if you do something every day, you start to see what works, what doesn't work. You make improvements because you're busy with it so much, and it teaches you a lot. And
yeah, exactly.
I learned so much from that, and then I'm still learning because it's still new. But I think that's the success, because consistency is everything. Also in jiu-jitsu, train every day.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially social media is pretty similar to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You cannot get like many followers in a day, like one post.
Yeah.
You gotta do like over and over.
Yeah.
Sometimes like a video post like it doesn't get watched at all.
Yeah.
It's like you got tapped in a second.
Yeah, yeah. You can get lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get lucky, but
something lucky punch. Or
yeah,
something
like a lucky
get.
punch. But in general, if you want to be successful in any area, you need to be working hard every day. And sometimes you get tired. Sometimes you think it's not working. Sometimes you're demotivated. But then the discipline comes. You need the discipline and consistency. And if you have that, and if you constantly improve, and you have good goals, like noble goals and good intentions, and if you have this combination, I think you can be successful in any area.
Yeah, that's true.
Jiu-jitsu, social media, everything, it's very much the same. It's just there's a formula, like being consistent, working hard, having good intentions. I think you can apply it to any discipline.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with you.
Yeah.
They sometimes ask for the people, do you like to fall like focusing on good quantity or good quality? Which one do you like? Like do as much as possible to get better, or make it less to make it better?
That's a good question.
Some people say like quantity is like old school style.
Yeah, I think it depends, you know? Like, it depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about friends, relationships, I think it's better to have good quality relationships.
Yes.
Yeah?
You know, instead of like 1,000 actual friends.
Yeah, yeah. 1,000 friends is a lot. I don't think you can have really close 1,000 friends. No. It's better to have 5 friends you can rely on, who trust you. Yeah. In that case, quality is important over quantity. Yeah. But in some cases, I would say quantity might be more important. Like, if I post on Instagram, I cannot have good quality post every day.
No, sometimes yes, sometimes, but at least you constantly post.
And then quantity is more important.
Yes,
because
exactly.
then the quantity eventually will develop into quality. So Depends what you're talking about. So depends. Sometimes quality, sometimes quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the same thing as well. Some people say they like to do drill a lot.
Ah.
Like Mikey Musmeshi, when he's in like Joe Rogan's podcast, he drew a position over 12 hours.
Wow.
A day.
That's crazy. Wow. I guess if you can do this and you love it, it's good for you. But I would be bored. Same position, 12 hours, I cannot do this. I need to have, when I do something, I need to enjoy it, I need to like it, and then I'll become good at it. So I like to drill up to the point when I know a move. So I'll drill a new move, I'll drill it a few times, and then maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I understand the motions, the technique, and then I actually want to go spar. I want to try it on white belts first, then I'll go to blue belts, purple belts, and then I try it against tougher opponents.
So make it a little tougher environment to try.
Yeah, so I drill a bit until I understand the move, the motions, and then I want to do live situation, like a real situation. That's my how I train usually.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he came to Carpe Diem to teach class, no-gi, leg locks. That was really interesting. Lots of detail he showed. I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Then, so you basically like to leg locks, especially heel hooks?
Especially heel hooks, yeah. That's it was about like 2017, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but then you saw in jiu-jitsu, especially no-gi jiu-jitsu, a lot of guys from the Danaher team.
Yes.
They were doing a lot of leg locks, huge success. Gary Tonin, Eddie Cummings, then later Gordon Ryan, you name it. That team was like very successful. And I was watching this, and I was like, wow, what's happening? Why are these guys so good? And you didn't see a lot of guys who were doing this. So
no, you never see that before.
No, never see that before. So what I was doing in my gym, nobody was doing this, and I was like, okay, maybe I should try it. So I was watching these guys copying what they're doing, and it was working. It wasn't working right away, but I got better at it. And then I would roll with people. I would tap them in 5 minutes, like 8 times. I was like, wow, something's happening here. And then I was a blue belt going to competitions, tapping brown belts, maybe black belts, and I was like surprised what's going on here. So I put a lot of focus in this part of my game. I used to only go for leg locks in training, in competitions, still do sometimes. But after I try to change my game a bit, because you cannot be only doing leg locks, you need to have more dimensions. But it's still my specialty. I think I have a detailed experience and knowledge in the finer details of these techniques.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm so impressed.
Thank you so much.
So is there any chance viewers can find your instructional?
Oh yeah. So I have a leg lock heel hook instructional right now. It's on a Jiu-Jitsu X platform. So you can find it on jujitsux.com. It's specifically focused on heel hooks, so not other leg locks, but heel hooks specifically. And in there I show you about the finishing mechanics, I show a lot of entries from bottom, from top, and it's a great instructional. If whether you're experienced or whether you're new to leg locks, it covers a lot of areas, so that's definitely one to check out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. If you're interested in leg locks, you have to check. That's a lot of details you can learn.
For sure.
I'm just attach a link below. You can find it. Right, thanks for coming to interview. Is there anything what you want to say for viewers or your fans?
Yeah, so thank you for, if you follow me, following me. If you don't, please do follow me. Yes. Check out my instructionals. You can send me a message anytime. I answer most of my DMs if they're appropriate. And thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to Yoshi's channel for sure. And let's keep in touch and stick around. Thank you so much, Yoshi.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.